you want? And Talia says, can you tell me where Jackie Baker works? Can you tell me how much this costs?
Okay, so here, like an embedded question, it's a question inside another sentence. I think that didn't we see like by mistake embedded questions in like in a different book?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, that was the mistake, right? We saw embedded question. But it's like a question inside another sentence. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you are talking about. Okay. So so there are some beginnings that I want to share with you. Okay, so you could use any of these. Like, I wonder, could you tell me? Do you know? Can you remember? Let's ask. We need to find out. I'd like to know. I'm not sure what you mind explaining. So you use any of these, and uh, and you can use the embedded question, right? I wonder what you're talking. Can you tell me what you're talking about? Do you know? Do you know what you're talking about? Do you remember what you're talking about? Okay, so let's ask what you're talking about. We need to find out what you're talking about. Okay, so you can use any of these. Of course, it's very rude to say like, "Do you know what you're talking about?" It's pretty rude because of the type of question we're using, right? It's pretty rude. It's like saying somebody, "Do you really know what you're talking about?" Like you have no idea what you're talking about. So this is pretty rude, but because of the type of question, but you could use any of these. Okay. Uh, so I don't know. Like the question could be, what is his name? I wonder what his name is. Could you tell me what his name is? Do you know what his name is? Can you remember what his name is? Just to ask what name is. Okay, so you could use either. We often use this to ask questions more politely. Excuse me, can you tell me where the our building is? And we start embedded W question with a question word. Like, I know who you want. Can you tell me where Jackie Bishop works? Can you tell me how much this costs? So this here, like the WH question would be like where, how, who. Okay. So I don't know if you have any questions here.
No, teacher.
Okay, let's do number 4 and 5.
Number 4. Notice that we use statement word order, not question word order in embedded WH questions. Talia says, where am I? Notice too that we do not use do, does, or did in the embedded question. Who do you want? What did you find out? Okay. Number 5, we can have an embedded question inside a statement or inside another question. When the embedded question is inside a statement, we put a period at the end of the sentence. I know what you want. When the embedded question is inside a question, we put a question mark at the end of a sentence. Can you tell me what you want?
Okay, so in embedded question, we use statement word order. That means that if the question is like, where am I? The embedded question would be where I am, right? I don't know where I am. Okay, so this is like statement word order. Why? Because you you use the pronoun before the verb be. And in a question word order, you use the pronoun after the verb be. Am I? Okay, so in a we can use another one. Can you remember? Okay, so we don't use do that's related in the embedded question. Like who do you want? The embedded question would be like, uh, can you remember who you want? Right, so this is a statement word order. Who you want, not who do you want or who you do want. Okay, neither of those. You use who you want. What did you find out? Can you remember? Or yes. Can you remember uh, what you found out? Okay, so you don't use did because this is a question word order. In a question word order, you use uh this do did, right? So you use do did, this auxiliary, and you extract the simple past from the verb and you use the base form. However, in a statement order, you use the simple past find what you found out. Yeah, I don't know if you have any questions until there.
No, sure. It's okay.
Okay, it's okay. So let's go to this. Here, like if you're using the embedded question inside another sentence, like here, I wonder, regardless of what you put here after, you will need to have a period, right? Because I wonder is sort of like a sentence, okay? If you use like could you tell me and you use an embedded question, at the end, what do you need? A question mark or a period?
Question mark.
Yes, and do you know?
Question mark.
Can you remember?
Question mark.
Let's ask.
Period.
We need to find out.
Period.
I like to know.
Period.
I'm not
Period.
sure. Would you
And
mind explaining?
question mark.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you get it.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay, so let's move on. Not any more questions?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna okay, so we're gonna leave this for next class. So we're gonna do some pronunciation now. Okay, listen to these lines from the dialogue. The words of at, for, and to, shown in blue, have a weak schwa. Remember the schwa, right?
Yeah, in
It was
can.
with can.
In can.
Listen to these unstressed words.
Mhm.
Listen to these lines from the dialogue. The words of, at, for, and to, shown in blue, have a weak schwa vowel. Listen for these unstressed words.
She's a VP at Kick Shoes.
Are you going to yell at someone?
Can I use your phone for a moment? For one thing, he told me he's innocent. You seem to have trouble with names. To make matters worse, they've never heard of Kick Shoes.
Okay, so these have a weak schwa vowel. She's a VP at Kick Shoes. It's a weak schwa.
She's a VP at Kick Shoes.
Are you going to yell at someone?
Can I use your phone for a moment?
For a moment, yes.
For one thing, he told me he's innocent. You seem to have trouble with names. You seem to have trouble with names. To make matters worse, they've never heard of Kick Shoes.
Okay, so any questions here?
No, I think.
Great, let's do another one.
We normally pronounce the word used when it is on its own. For example, she used the phone. But in the expression used to, the two words are reduced, and we pronounce them together as a single word. Used to.
Mhm.
Maybe she's no longer here. Maybe she used to work here.
Jacob Banker used to work here. I used to have a good memory.
I thought you used an agent.
Mhm.
Maybe she's no longer here. Maybe she used to work here.
Jacob Banker used to work here. I used to have a good memory.
I thought you used an agent.
Yes, used to. That's right. So that's how you pronounce used to instead. The same pattern, right? If you see like the same pattern, some O's are pronounced like ace. As I told you in English. I don't know if you have any questions here. Used to. Used to.
Mhm. No, it's
Used
okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna do this up. Oh, this is too long. Okay, can you please read this?
Michael just bought the expensive new car. The first time he drove it to work, another car ran into it. He's really angry. What should he do? Read the possible responses below. Choose the best way Michael can deal with the situation. Mhm. Okay. Calm down. Talk quietly with the person who crashed into his car. Get into his car and crash it into the other car. And put this car into the garage and not drive for 3 months. No, the first one. Okay.
Yes, pretty easy, right? To calm down and to talk quietly with the person who crashed the car. Okay, so in that sense, let's finish here. So we're gonna have classes on Tuesday, right? And the test is gonna be on Wednesday, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so on Tuesday, we're gonna do this last part, okay? And then we're gonna do the half the hour we're gonna use for the quiz B3, okay? And on Wednesday, we're gonna do B4, this quiz, and the module B test, okay? Because otherwise, you will need to do on Wednesday B3, B4, and the module test. That'd be more than 1 hour. You take an hour and a half because each test is gonna take you like half an hour, approximately. Okay, so next class, because we only have like one lesson more, and we're gonna have more than enough time. You're gonna do the B3, please, and then on Wednesday we're gonna do the B4 and the module B test. Okay.
So Tuesday I connect to the class, and
Tuesday,
then
yes.
I do the quiz.
Yes, so we're gonna